Tonight, our lessons, I want to take a little twist, a little turn tonight. And because we're entering the week where we celebrate mothers, I wanted this lesson tonight to be geared toward the mothers. Because you do so much. For us, you do so much. For ministry, you do so much. Pointing to people that don't even belong to you. So tonight, I want to take some time and just to share a word to the mother. Whether you are a mother, a spiritual mentor, a grandmother, or someone who pours into others, I want you to know tonight that this moment is for you because of all the things that you do investing in others. So I want to begin with the scripture in Proverbs 31:25. It says, she is clothed with strength and dignity. She can laugh at the days to come. Talking about mother, she can laugh at the days to come. And that's Proverbs chapter 31, verse 25. And so this does not mean that she ignores problems. It means she doesn't fear the future. We got some mothers tonight. We got some ladies that pour into other people that does not fear the future. They're clothed with dignity and class. It means that she does not ignore problems. She has confidence in peace. And tonight I'm teaching a group of ladies that have confidence and have peace. Trusting that things will be okay. You know tonight that whatever you trust in God for, it's going to be okay. But because you're clothed with dignity and truth and you have character and you have values tonight. I'm talking about strong spiritual mother. You have good values and character and good integrity. These are the mothers that I'm talking to on this evening because you have strength, purpose, and legacy. So now, let's be honest tonight. Most days don't feel like strength and dignity. They feel like responsibility and pressure and sometimes even exhaustion as a mother. But today I want to look at this, look at some things a little bit deeper. See, God uses what feels ordinary to create something extraordinary. So you might feel ordinary, but God used you to create something extraordinary. See, tonight you got to understand that strength, it comes from God. See, strength is not about having everything together. That's the first thing you got to get tonight as a mother. The strength is not about having everything together. It's about continuing when you're tired. I got some mothers tonight in this class, and brothers, I'm going to drop some nuggets on you, but this tonight, I want to steer this toward the mothers. It's not about having everything together. It's about continuing when you're tired. I have some mother who's still pressing on, even though sometimes they get tired physically, sometimes they get tired emotionally. They're still continuing when they're tired. Loving when it's hard. I'm talking about mothers. Loving when it's hard. Showing up when no one will clap for you. You're still pressing on. You're still pushing. Even when you don't have an audience, you still carry character and integrity and dignity because you are good. You're a good mother. You're a good woman of God. And you've chosen to hang in there and to pour into others. See, real spiritual strength. See, in God, he doesn't give strength in advance. And this is awesome. God doesn't give you strength in advance. He gives it as you go. He don't give it in advance. As you continue to press forward in God, doing the things of God. God bless you, Sister Glasgow. As you continue to press forward in the things of God, God doesn't give strength in advance. He gives it as you go. And the reason you're as powerful as you are is because you continue to press forward and you don't get tired and you don't give up, but you continue to hold everything together for the family because you're a strong mother, you're a strong woman of God. You continue to press forward and God continues to give you strength. So if you ever felt weak, overwhelmed, or unsure, you're not failing. No matter what you're feeling right now as a mother, you're not failing. Put it in the chat, I'm not failing. No matter what you're going through, you're not failing. Put it in the chat, I'm not failing. No matter what you're thinking about, where you are in life right now, as a mother, you're not failing. You're human. And you're in the exact place where God strength meets you. See, God's strength, it meets you. You're in the place where you need to be for God's strength to meet you. So you're not human, you're human, and you're in the exact place where God's strength meets you. In 1 Samuel, we will look at Hannah in 1 Samuel chapter 1, 1 Samuel chapter 1 and 2. Hannah, she exhibits faith in waiting. So in 1 Samuel chapter 1 and 2, we find that there's a woman named Samuel. By society's standard, and you guys know the story, by society's standard, Hannah is overlooked. She carries deep pain. She couldn't have children. And in that time, that wasn't just personal, it was public. It came with shame and judgment and heartbreak. She didn't have a child, she wanted a child. And year after year, she waited. This is Hannah, faith in waiting. She wanted a child, she prayed for a child, she cried for a child. And year after year, Hannah waited. But instead of becoming bitter, she became prayerful. You cannot allow bitterness to keep you from talking to your God. You cannot allow bitterness to divert you from the one that you need. So Hannah, she waited. She didn't allow bitterness to keep her from becoming prayerful. She brought her pain to God. Honestly, deeply, and consistently, she brought her pain to God. And because she had faith in waiting, the Bible lets us know in 1 Samuel chapter 1 and 2, God answered her prayer. I want you to know this evening that God is about to drop something on you that you've been waiting for a while. Like Hannah, you've been waiting in faith. And because you continue to talk with God, because you continue to communicate with God, God is about to release something that you've been waiting on for a while. God is about to answer your prayer. So because God answered her prayer, he allowed her to birth a son, and her son's name was Samuel. Now listen, don't miss this, don't miss this. Samuel didn't just grow up to live a normal life. He became a prophet, a leader, a man who helped guide kings and shape a nation. Hannah, she thought she was praying for a child, but God was responding with a legacy. I want you to know tonight that God is sitting at your legacy. Because you're a good mother, because you didn't give up when pressure came against you, God is about to sit, just like Hannah, God is about to sit you up with a legacy. God responded to Hannah not just with a child, but he responded with a legacy. Listen, mothers, God is setting you up tonight. I want you to know that God is setting you up for something great. God is setting you up for something awesome. No matter what you're experiencing right now, listen, you're getting prepared for the setup. I'll put in the chat, I'm prepared for the setup. God is preparing you for the setup. Like Hannah, some of you are in a waiting season. You're waiting for change. You're waiting for growth. You're waiting for answers. And it's easy to feel like nothing is happening, but you're waiting. It's easy to feel like nothing is taking place on your behalf, but you're waiting. But just like Hannah, God is working in the unseen. Tonight, I want you to know right now that God is working in the unseen on your behalf. That's enough to shout by itself. God is waiting. God is working in the unseen on your behalf. Your prayers are not wasted. Put in the chat, my prayers are not wasted. Tonight, I want to encourage you as mothers, as women of God who's pouring into other people, that your prayers are not wasted and your faith is not unnoticed. God has had his eyes on you. God is doing some work in the unseen, and he's about to do some things in your life. Listen, and it's going to happen fast. It's going to happen quick. And God is working in the unseen on your behalf, and your prayers are not wasted, and your faith is not unnoticed. God sees all of your commitment. God sees all of your consistency. God sees how much you invest in people. God sees how much you invest in ministry. God sees that even sometimes when you're feeling exhausted, you're still pressing. And what feels delayed is often being developed. You think things are being delayed that you put up before God. But tonight, I want you to know that what feels delayed is often being developed. There's some things that God been developing for you. There's a place that God wanted you to be, that he's developed that place, that spot to drop some stuff off on you tonight. And I want you to know God is about to drop something big off on you because of your faithfulness. You waited, you trusted, you prayed. And God, he sees your waiting. He sees your faithfulness. And he's about to drop something on you. In Exodus chapter 2, verses 1 through 10. See, you have to have courage and uncertainty tonight. And as a mother, you've had courage and uncertainty. Exodus chapter 2, verses 1 through 10. There's another mother that's talked about in the scripture, but quietly. This mother, her name was Jochebed. She lived in a dangerous time. A decree had gone out that Hebrew boys, baby boys, would be killed. And tonight, I want you to imagine the fear. You got word that all Hebrew babies or Hebrew baby boys have to be killed. So imagine the fear, the pressure, the impossible situation. And yet, Jochebed, she chose courage. She hid her baby as long as she could. I'm going somewhere, hang here tonight. She hid her baby as long as she could. And when she could no longer hide him, she did something incredible. She did something spectacular. She placed him in a basket. You know who it is. She placed him in a basket and set him in the river. Talking about Moses. Now let's be clear. When she placed him in the bed and set him in the river, that wasn't abandonment. That was trust. A lot of people don't see the story that way, but when she placed him in that basket, it wasn't abandonment. It was trust. That was a mother saying, I've done all I can do. Now, God, I place this in your hand. That's you tonight. You've done all that you can do, but you're saying, God, I place this in your hands. That baby's name was Moses. I'm speaking to mothers. I'm speaking to spiritual mothers. I'm speaking to physical mothers. She puts him in a basket, place him in the river. And she says, I've done all that I could do. Now, God, I place him in your hands. Talking about Moses. And he would grow up to be he would grow up to deliver an entire nation from slavery. Moses, put in a basket, put in the Nile River. God, I'm putting him in your hand. And he grew up to deliver an entire nation from slavery. Jochebed, she teaches us something powerful. You got to get it. She teaches us something powerful. And this reflects our spiritual mother. This reflects our physical mother. This reflects those who operate in a mother's capacity. She teaches us something powerful. There comes a moment when you've done your part and you have to trust in God with the rest. I know. I'm talking to some powerful mothers. There's come a time when you've done your part and you have to trust in God for the rest. Some of you are holding on to things tightly. You're holding on to your children. You're holding on to your future. You're holding on to your fears. And God is gently saying, trust me. Trust me with what you cannot control. Listen, tonight God is giving you a release. God is saying, trust me with what you cannot control. Whatever you're holding on to tonight, God said, trust me with what you cannot control. Release it to God tonight. Trust me with what you cannot control. Because what feels like letting go might actually be releasing it into the purpose of God, or releasing it into God's purpose. So whatever you're holding on to, God says tonight, let it go. Because you're releasing it into God's purpose. Now look at these two women, because what you got to understand tonight is that your life matters. I want to wrap this all together, pull it up together, put a bow on it. Tonight I need you to understand that your life matters. Mothers, your life matters. Mother, whatever you've gone through, whatever you've been through, God bless you, Evangelist Jackson, whatever you experienced tonight, I want you to know that your life matters. Your life matters. You'll be, you'll be at wonder based on how your life have impacted others. Your life matters. Now look at these two women. Hannah, who trusted God in the waiting. Jochebed, who trusted God in uncertainty. Neither of them were famous at the time. Neither of them had status or recognition, but both of them were faithful. They didn't have status, they didn't have recognition, but both of them were faithful. I'm talking to faithful mothers, faithful young lady who pours into others. Neither of them were famous or had recognition, but both of them were faithful. And through the faithfulness, they raised sons and daughters who changed history. Listen, a lot of you tonight who are poured into others, you're raising sons and daughters who will change history. So you're so important to God, and you're important to us. See, and here's what I want you to understand. You don't have to be perfect to be powerful. Glory. You don't have to be perfect to be powerful. You don't have to be seen to be significant. God is working through your everyday moments. Every prayer, every sacrifice, and every act of love, God is working through your everyday moments. I want you to know tonight that as a mother, as a spiritual mother, you're valuable and you're important. And God is working through your everyday moment. I want you to know tonight that you're building something bigger than you can see. Whatever capacity you serve in as a mother, spiritual mother, physical mother, you're building something bigger than what you can see. You won't see the big picture because you're building something bigger than what you can see. I want you to know that your investment is great and you're important. Tonight, you're important no matter what you're experiencing. You're important and you're building something bigger than what you can say, what you can see. So today, whether you feel strong or stressed, whether you feel seen or overlooked, confident or uncertain, remember this: God uses faithful mothers to shape the future. Listen, I don't know if you looked at it that way, but you've been a future shaper because God used faithful mothers to shape the future. If people would give you your due, you just wouldn't know how many lives that you have shaped. Because when you're faithful, faithful mothers shape the future. You need to put in the chat, I shape the future. If you're a mother, or if you're a spiritual mother, or if you're a mentor who pours into someone, just put in the chat, I shape the future. That's your way you shape the future. So listen, let's declare, I'm closing this evening's life class, and I pray that you've got something out of it. Let's declare this together. I am strong because God strengthens me. I am called and not accidental. My love is shaping lives. Tonight, that's you. Your love is shaping lives. My work is not wasted. That's you. Your work is not wasted. I don't know if anybody told you, but your work, it is not wasted. I'm building a legacy that will outlive me. Good God Almighty. That's you, mother. That's you, spiritual mother. That's you, spiritual mentor. You're building a legacy that will outlive you because you're shaping the future. Listen, you may feel ordinary, but in God's hands, you're extraordinary. I want you to know that this is your week. I know you're going to be celebrated, but I wanted to start out tonight by applauding you for your service, by applauding you for your investment into your spiritual children and into your natural children, for everything that you do for ministry. You help us make what we do a little bit easier. So mothers, tonight, I salute you at the beginning of Mother's Day's week. And I want to tell you tonight, happy Mother's Days. And God bless you for all that you do. So God bless every sister. God bless our overseer, Pastor Gina. God bless my co-laborer in the gospel, Pastor Daniel Harris. God bless every evangelist. God bless every sister. Listen, I just want to salute you all and wish you an awesome Mother's Day. So thank God for each and every one of you. Listen, I pray tonight that this word bless you. I pray tonight that this word encourage you. And I pray tonight that this word strengthen you. Because I want you to know that this is not accidental, but you will call to the office that God has placed you into. And whatever you're doing, whatever you're facing, God's strength is going to meet you.